Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Monday, October 14th, around 9 p.m. Mountain Time, 2024. The GFS model, the latest run, showing epic snow totals through the end of October for the West. Al Gore is not going to be happy. Keep calm. It's boom time. Mountain weather update. Winter storms to bring the first significant snowfall to the western mountains, followed by event after event through the end of October. It's going to be a white Christmas. A major shift in the weather pattern is set to bring the first significant snowfall of the season to many western mountain resorts this week, maybe even the Northeast. This is as forecasters are watching a potential new system that could approach the Caribbean, 60% chance of development into Tropical Storm Nadine. And there you see the track there. The spaghetti models are all in agreement here. Within 3 days, it will be off the Leeward Islands. 4 days, maybe just to the north of them, and making contact with Puerto Rico and other places in the Dominican there by day 5. The intensity forecast showing this getting up to Cat 1 before it starts to interact with these islands. It's anyone's guess where it goes from there because it is days out. But this looks like the next Hurricane Nadine. Here's the full forecast. Chilly temperatures, rain and snow for parts of the central and eastern U.S. A cold front will bring cooler temperatures from the Midwest into parts of the eastern U.S., along with some rain and light snow accumulations over parts of the upper Midwest to the Northeast and central Appalachians early this week. The Pacific Northwest will also see some rain by midweek, and frost and freeze warnings are up everywhere for over a dozen states. Heed the warnings. Bring your sensitive plants in. The season is over. And now we'll jump over and take a look at the GFS model, shall we? We're going to bring you to the latest run here, and you can see in the next 3, 6, 9 hours, there will be snow in New England overnight. And that snow will continue through Wednesday with some snow potentially for the high elevations of West Virginia as well as western New York. Take a look at that. We've got snow moving into the picture in the Pacific Northwest and in Colorado here Wednesday into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Fun Day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, Friday of next week, Saturday of next week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, end of October. It's looking like 6 feet of snow for the South San Juans in our neck of the woods. We need the precipitation. We need the moisture. It's been so dry here in the desert. It's insane. But good news. All of those warnings from the people that said that our children would never need snow or see snow, they were all lies. And there's no bundt cake for Al tonight. Shut up, Al. Get your hole. He's complaining about the snow forecast. Now, it's not just the upper 48 that's going to be seeing snow in October. Eurasia is covered in snow as the winter is still far away. Widespread October snow for North America as well as Eurasia. And take a look at their this is the total accumulated snow and ice in record territory there. And take a look at some of these GFS models over there. Lots of snow falling and lots of snow on the ground. Seismic update. Pretty normal activity seismically around the world. One quake of note here, of 5 magnitude in Argentina inland. And we've got some 2.8 activity here in Tiptonville, Tennessee. Overall, normal activity. And that leads us over here to worldwide volcano news. Getting a little washed down here. Anyway. This is for the 14th of October. Reventador, 15,000-foot blast. Liwatobi to 8. Santa Guido to 13. Sangay to 21,000 today. Lots going on. Popo to 22. Fuego to 15. Reventador, 14,000-foot puff. Liwatobi to 8. Semeru to 14. Moving along, Liwa Toby in the Flores, an 8,000-foot puff, Semaru to 14. And that wraps up worldwide volcano news for the day. Hey. Space weather is looking pretty limited. Some impulsive M flares there. Low-level activity overall as we were waiting for a potential G1 geomagnetic storm for October 16th. Nothing noteworthy. Just a blip in the telemetry there. We actually were at KP0, 24 hours ago. And that means lots of persistent contrails. Because if you've been listening, it's cosmic rays that nucleate clouds, and those persistent contrails we began seeing when the cosmic ray maximum was reached way back in 2009 and a few years before. Now, AR3848, the source of the X1.8 solar flare in CME, which led to the solar storm of the century on October 10th and 11th, is now turning off the west limb and going bye-bye for now, but will be back. And so, cross your fingers that this solar max is not over for solar cycle 25. Now, many people are sending me this. This isn't the first time this has been done. This is being rehashed by the mainstream media. The sound of Earth's magnetic flip 41,000 years ago. The magnetic excursion was actually 41.5, but people have competing ideas. The bottom line here on this presentation is that these sounds have nothing to do with the magnetic excursion, or in this case, as they call it, the magnetic flip, which was temporary 41,000 years ago. They just added sounds of rocks and breaking glass and dumb stuff to make it real creepy. And it doesn't represent anything at all, but it's fun to listen to. So let's take a look. Well, it certainly is creepy, and you couldn't see the dates changing, but I will leave you links below so you can watch your own replay on your own time if you want to get a little creeped out. It actually reminds me of some DMT experiences I've had. But I do digress. The biggest supermoon of the year is about to rise, and you can see it too. You just have to get out and go look up October 17th, and you will be witnessing the full Hunter moon. It will be the first full moon of autumn when it rises. It will also be the third and closest supermoon of the year, making it a Hunter moon, supermoon boom. And another boom, last night, our friend Jason Carr, who works at the Springs Resort, captured Comet C 2023 A3 Chuchuslan Atlas over Pagosa Springs, the second in two of the most substantial celestial events ever in our region. The superstorm back on October 10th and 11th, where we had aurora visible to the naked eye here, and now a naked eye comet. Whew, I can't make this up. Not only that, Comet A3 now has an anti-tail. Can you see it? You can see it right there. Now, what is the anti-tail? And what are all the tails on a comet anyway? Well, this picture was just captured moments ago, where you can clearly see the anti-tail here. I think about 3 hours ago that was captured. Now, an anti-tail is an apparent spike projecting from a comet's coma. And there we can see the spike or the line or the protrusion, however you want to represent it. It seems to go directly towards the sun, and thus geometrically opposite of the other tails, including the ion tail and, i.e., the dust tail. However, this phenomenon is an optical illusion that is seen from Earth, and only Earth, apparently, to what they're saying here. The antitail consists of larger dust particles which are less affected by the sun's radiation pressure and tend to remain roughly in the comet's orbital plane and eventually form a disk along the comet's orbit due to the ejection speed of the particles from the comet's surface. So it's simply like a trail of crumbs behind the comet. Now, the typical tails that we know about are the dust tail and the plasma tail, or the ion tail. And all of these tails, here is your typical dust tail, or type 1 tail. Here's your typical ion tail, or type 2 tail. Here's the sun, and here's Earth relative to the comet. And the antitail will be simply this line. So as the comet moves along the orbit of the comet, it's leaving particles in its path, and that is being illuminated from our perspective. That's the best that I can do. Leave a comment below if you have questions. There are so many questions. The first thing is that comets have no ice on them. They're not remnant ice, and everyone talks about icy, dirty snowballs and all this garbage. We went and we looked at comets. We've even landed on them. They're rock. They're predominantly rock with no ice to be found anywhere. Yet they still claim, well, the ice is down in the center. When these look actually like pieces of planets that have blown up into space and have been electrically scarred into their current shape. Nothing more. Not only that, there's evidence of electricity emanating from the comet in the form of the plasma tail. The fact that they don't call these comets electric comets is anyone's guess when they have multiple tails, because they are, well, anyway, that's a whole nother podcast. If you are showing signs of electrical output, how can you not be electric? That's my question. But I do digress. The antitail is fascinating to talk about, discuss, and it's just one of many tails, including the dust tail, the ion tail, and the antitail. And that is certainly a tall tail. Have you heard of the Phaistos disk? Well, now you have. A 3,000-year-old disk with inscriptions from Crete have never been deciphered. None of the many interpretations of the Phaistos disk inscriptions are universally accepted. But it is fascinating to think about. And here is that disc in close-up. A 3,000-year-old disc with impressive hieroglyphs. One looks like a chocolate chip cookie. Another one looks like an H block. This guy with a mohawk, or maybe a Roman soldier. It's anybody's guess. No one has been able to decipher the disc. We've all seen this petroglyph, haven't we? Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8-petaled flower. How do you like them apples? Well, I love apples, and many of you grow food. Many of you have orchards or gardens. Our affiliate, the Alliance of Native Seed Keepers, has now added a new name, Bertie County Seeds, because of their new permanent location at their new physical location in Bertie County. And there are still a dozen varieties of seeds for just $1 a pack. You've got glass gem corn, Cherokee Trail of Tears beans, a very significant heirloom, red strawberry popcorn, eggplant seeds, Carolina Reaper, black corn, clover, melon seeds, corn salad, and more, all just $1 a pack. Our affiliate, Support the Channel, Support Your Preparedness. Buy 25 packs or more, shipping is free. Add coupon code ORP2024 for an additional 10% off. Sounds like a good deal. Go get it. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share the video. We are shadow banned and we need your help to grow. Become a Patreon. Support the work we do and watch all of our podcasts in one place, commercial free. And be safe. We love you. Hit the thumbs up and hit the bell and be well.